Hey, what's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. So glad you guys can tune in with me again. So about to make a pivot. I'm still out here in the shop, as you guys can see. I just did a video on my monster bass, but before I came out here to the shop to do that, I got a package in the mail, something pretty cool, and I wanted to go over it with you guys. So come join me. We're going to talk about it. So a few days ago, I ordered these little deals. I don't know if you guys see those. There you go. So I ordered these off of Unity Tactical. Unity Tactical is known for their optic mounts, your holographic mounts, and especially their magnifier mount that you put on your rifles that awesome flip to center. But these little deals are probably some of their other cool products. I would probably say just as cool as their risers and mounts for their optics. So this little piece here, you replace you replace this plate here, which comes on your Magpul magazines for your ARs, or whatever rifle you're shooting, whether it's an AR, AK, whatever. If Magpul makes a PMag for that magazine, what this little deal does is when you replace this inside the magazine on your spring, if you guys can see that the dimple right there. So what that does, which I've done a couple of these already. I've done these. No, these are the ones that I just did. So I got another one around here that I've done already, right here. So this one is a 20 round PMag. And as you can see, so if this was in either a pouch on my belt or my plate carrier or whatever it may be, that little dimple sticks up above this. So in a dark environment, if you're trying to get to a mag, I can feel that, and I can feel that it is bumped up. So that tells me this is a full magazine. It has 20 rounds in it. If I strip a round out, okay, I have the round here in my hand. You now notice how that dimple has receded down into the base plate of this magazine and now sits flush. So, and it doesn't matter. Here, now I've stripped out 2 more rounds. So I have 3 rounds in my hand. It's still flat. So what that tells me is if I'm in a dark environment and I'm going for a magazine, if I feel that dimple, I know this is a full mag. So if this was one of these mags, which this is a 30, which I don't know if you guys can you see that? Sorry, I'm putting my hand the wrong way. I've already replaced it on this one. I just haven't put rounds in it. But if this was a 30 round magazine like this one, and I stick my hand in here, okay, I don't feel it. So I know that this magazine has less than 30 rounds. But if I have this one and I can feel it, okay, for one, I know this is a 20 round magazine, but I know this has all 20 in it. So real quick, guys, I'm going to show you how you install these on your PMags. Okay, so if you guys can see me, I have here a magazine. This one is a fully loaded magazine. Fully loaded magazine. Nothing really fancy or special about it. I'm going to use my cool little Lula maglula.com if you want one of these. Real cool. So just going different ways, and this does fits on the metal GI mags, but just going different ways, going back and forth is just a quick way to unload your magazines if you don't want to sit there and try to flick them out of there with your hand. But just a cool little way to unload them. So what I'm going to do here is I have a little Allen wrench that came with one of the many setups that I have bought. You can use whatever. I just needed something. The little peg right here, you want to push down on that and then slide your base plate off. Set that to the side because you need that, and then take out your spring. This is the whole control mechanism. This polymer that PMAG has everybody going crazy over, that is all that is, just polymer. This is all the workings. This is what your bullets actually sit on. This is the spring that you're compressing to hold all those rounds. And then that's just the base plate. So nothing big there. I like to use this pick right here. This is nothing special. I went and picked this up at Harbor Freight here in Benton. You can use whatever, but this was out here. And what I'm going to do is hook this spring right here to pull it over this little piece right here. I don't know if you guys can see that really good. There's a piece of the right there. And I'm just going to try to hook it and pull it over it. Just like that. And then this piece right here, it just comes off. Put that over there. Now, you want this end pointing forward. This end goes in the back. If you also take the original one here and you look at it, it'll help you. You see the notches, how those match. So that's the front. This is the back. Also, you'll notice how the rounded part right there, kind of as a reference to help you make sure you put this on the right way. So you just want to put that inside your spring like this. As you can see, you have the little wing right here. So you want to make sure that that wraps around that. And then again, I take my pick, grab the spring, and there you go. Once that's snapped into place, you don't need the pick anymore. Reinsert your follower into the magazine again. If you can see this little piece right here that I'm pointing at, sorry guys, the camera's at a weird angle for me, right here, that matches with the indention right here. So that'll help you figure out which way that go, as well as on the follower here. Again, this is where your ammo is sitting. So make sure you put all that in there the right way. It is going to sit like that, guys. It's a spring. You have to compress it. So compress that down and then just hold it like so with your finger. Okay? Make sure it's in there, everything is lined up, and you can compress it down. Take your base plate. Remember which way your base plate is supposed to go on. You don't want to try to put it on there the wrong way and damage it, because then that magazine's no good until you can buy new base plates. But take your base plate, slide it. Once you've got it over that part, you don't have to hold it no more. It's being held on there. And just finish pushing that all the way on. Now, as you can see, it didn't pop. If it doesn't pop, I just tried that being stupid. If it doesn't pop, just take your little pick and just kind of smash on it until you can get it to pop up. That didn't help. Hang on, I'm gonna slide it off and try to set it again. Okay. Why is it not? There we go. It popped into place. Now it's in there. Now it's sitting flush. Now I'm going to take this thing again, put it back on there, and then I don't know if you guys can see in there those little legs, but as you go back and forth, it just pushes down on it. And then from there, you just take your ammo, you drop it in. And then when you push it a different way, so it's helping you. All you got to do is just drop your ammo in. But I wanted to show you guys that how to install those. I don't even know what you really call them, but just to show you that, because I think it's pretty cool. Sometimes in the gun community, we get caught up on all the cool gadgets like the optics, triggers, and all of that stuff, and we kind of overlook a lot of the little things that can also aid us in whatever our mission set may be. And so I just thought that getting those and adding those onto my magazines, again, some people, because I mean, so okay, if you think about it this way, in a very, very hectic and chaotic world, you're talking military operations and things like that, you're not really counting your rounds. Even in law enforcement, you know, if you get into a shootout in law enforcement, you're not counting your rounds. So if you have to use your rifle, you're not counting how many rounds you've actually fired. However, if you have fired rounds and you know that you still have to go into a room to secure a suspect, and you don't know if there's another suspect in there, you don't want to go in with a halfway empty gun. You don't want to go in there with one round, and then you got to do a reload if you have to re-engage. At the same time, if you are doing a tactical reload, which is where you have taken that partially used magazine out of your gun and you're putting in a fresh magazine, if you've already done that a couple of times and you go to reach and you think you're getting a fresh magazine, it would be kind of nice to know that as you're putting that magazine into that gun, you know that, okay, I got to make this count because I don't know how many bullets are in here. Versus, I can feel that little dimple and it's like, okay, I'm going in with a fresh mag, I know I'm good to go. Or you're going in with a partially used, and like I said, you have to think, okay, I got to make these count because I don't know how many rounds is in here. So I think that's just a cool little telltale sign right there that maybe you're going in with a full mag, maybe you're not, maybe you should let somebody else do this one, whatever the case may be. But I just think it's pretty cool, and I like adding stuff like this to my gear because, one, it just sets me apart, especially if you're at a department and everybody has P-mags. People will grab your stuff and be like, hey, I got an extra mag. And then you're running around going, I'm missing a mag. Now by doing this, when people say, no, that's mine. I remember, that's my mag. No, it ain't. I got that on mine. So I know that's mine. Give me my stuff. So I just wanted to share that with you guys, show you guys, you know, ordering these little deals and how to install them. I know when you think about installing stuff on firearms, it can seem kind of hectic and chaotic, but a lot of it really is easy. So I just wanted to show you guys that. Little tidbit, throw this in there if you're in the Central Arkansas area. I am a certified Glock armor. If you have any kind of issues, you can look me up on Facebook, Calvin Reed. You know what? Send me an email at bigcal, BIGCAL 25 at Yahoo. If you got issues with your Glock, send me an email. I'll try to get to you and see if I can diagnose what your problem is. If you need some maintenance done, swapping out your iron sights or whatever, stuff like that. Any other parts that may be broken, I can fix that stuff or replace it. So again, look me up on Facebook at Calvin Reed, or shoot me an email, bigcal, BIGCAL 25 at yahoo.com, and I'll get with you and see what we can do. That's all I got for my gun talk, guys. I appreciate you guys tuning in, sticking with me through this video. Again, if you got any questions or anything, holler at me. Until then, guys, be safe out there on the range. Be safe out in real life. Keep training. Train hard. Later.